What's going on, everybody? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the DC Comics Designer Series Greg Capullo action figure Batman. The Greg Capullo Batman, as I should say. This is figure number 1 in the wave. I only got figure 1 and 2 because I'm afraid to purchase DC Collectibles because they like to break. So, with that being said, we got a choking hazard up here. So, don't eat your figures, ladies and gentlemen, please. Keep them out of your mouth. Stop it. No. There is a nice picture of Greg Capullo on the side. It says DC Comics Designer Series Greg Capullo. I hope they keep these designer series coming. I am a big fan. Just saying. The other figures in the wave are Batman, Talon, Nightwing, and the Riddler. This is a pretty nice wave, I'm going to be honest with you. Now, when I get the figure out of the package, that might be a different story. But I really like this packaging. This is probably my favorite so far, and I'm pretty sure they have a side... No, it's a top opening, I believe. Yep, still opens up from the top. I kind of actually prefer figures that open up from the side, but still overall a nice figure. Let's get them out of the packaging. Not wasting any more time. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back with this whack-ass Batman pose I have going on here. But here is Batman out of the packaging, and yeah, he's not what I expected. Now, I don't think what most people expected. I think we're expecting crime syndicate articulation here, and we didn't get it. I almost don't mind it as long as this figure doesn't fall apart like some of the others. He doesn't have two left of anything, two right of anything. He's got a right leg, a left arm, and a right arm. I don't see any paint problems, but Olivia had the same problem. Now, I think this is going to be the reoccurring theme with this figure alone. I don't know why, for some reason, DC Collectibles does this with their caped figures, but they decide to like package them with a slit in the back. Okay? Just mold the packaging so we don't have to deal with this slit, because as soon as you pull the cape out, it does this shit. What the balls is this about? Either use a proper amount of glue so the peg stays in the back, because this shit is annoying. I mean, seriously. It's really, really stupid. Stop doing stupid things. He does come with 3 batterings. I got 1 in his hand. I tried to fit all 3 in his hands, kind of like this. As you can see, my hand's a little bit bigger than most batarangs, but they do come in 3 here. I got the 1 in that hand. It's really tough. You have to almost balance them properly to get all 3 in. It took me, I don't know, at least 5 minutes to try to get these in while I paused to pull them out of the package. Overall, I do like the look of this figure. Like I said, he's a lot more limited in his articulation. Yes, they are still using clear plastic joints. There's a clear plastic bar that goes across here. There are clear plastic joints that connect to the arms to the shoulders, and there's a clear plastic ball peg right here up on top of the head. Sorry, he's not even on screen here. So he does still have clear plastic parts. I don't know why they are still cheapening out with these clear plastic joint parts. It's really stupid, makes no sense. But anyway, overall, I do like this figure. He is pretty nice. I get really worried with clear plastic joints. Just take his. But these batterings are super duper small, so try to be careful, guys, when you're taking them out of the package. One popped out and flew in the air, and I almost couldn't find it. But his ankles are a little bit loose, a little bit looser than I like. But I'm going to buy multiples of this figure, and maybe I'll do one with a head swap and one just plain Jane. Keep it Greg Capullo. I also might do a cape swap. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But overall, as far as his articulation goes, his head does move side to side. He's got really good head articulation. It looks up really well, as you can see there. And it looks down nicely too. So he's got a really good, nice range of motion in his head. He can also do that nice tilt effect like he's a confused dog. Like, oh, now I sound like Yoda. Okay. So his arm goes up about that far and it goes down. It can do a full 360. And I'm trying to baby this arm a little bit, but it can do it. He does have a bicep swivel, a single bend at the elbow, and his elbow joints are really stiff. So is his ab crunch. Just letting you guys know. It does bend though. There it goes. He does have a glove swivel. Now this is pretty redundant. He's got a glove swivel and a wrist swivel. What's the point of that? But anyway, it's there. He also has a wrist hinge, which is very nice for battering, throwing poses. A little bit of paint slop right here. That might actually just be, okay, that was just a piece of fuzz. But the black paint on his arm for some reason, look at that. It just looks a little like splotched, or I don't know what's going on there. But he does have an ab crunch, which goes back about that far, and it's really stiff. And it does go forward about that. That's about it. Not a great range of motion in an ab crunch, to be honest with you. He does have a waist swivel. He does have T-joint hips, which go out about that far. I'm not pushing it anymore, so his leg might snap off. They do go forward about that far, and they also go back about that far. He does have an upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. He does not, I don't think he has a boot swivel. Let me double check here, guys. Yes, he does have a boot swivel. So there it is. Ankle hinge. I'm really surprised they didn't go with an ankle pivot here. Unless mine's frozen, but I'm pretty sure everybody else said there's no pivot on their figure, and it just swivels. So it swivels, and it's got a hinge, but no pivot. That's a shame. But my guy is a little bit loosey-goosey in the ankles. I'm not a big fan of that at all. So over time this figure is only going to get looser, and I don't like that. The cape for the most part looks pretty decent. It looks like, you know, Capullo would draw that, and I'm going to bring in a comic just to show you what I'm talking about. But it looks pretty cool for the most part. I really dig the face. And a lot of people are like, I don't like the face, but really it's called the Designer Series, and it's Greg Capullo. It's supposed to look like Greg Capullo's drawing. So that's pretty much what it looks like. I mean, if you don't like the face, and I don't know, don't buy the Designer Series? I don't know. And it's just me, but I like the series. I like this figure. Overall, don't have any real QC issues except for that stupid cape problem, but he still stands fine, and the cape doesn't really flop around, so it's not too bad. He's not back heavy. The cape can help him stand, like if you have loose joints like mine. You know, the cape can help him stand up so he won't topple over or topple backwards. So overall, I think he's a solid figure. I'd still give him the 2 thumbs up, and I'd probably recommend him, but I would say articulate at your own risk because these DC Collectibles figures are still using clear plastic joints, and until they switch, they will continue to have breaking problems. And make sure, guys, when you get your figure, make sure they have the right legs and arms, and they have a right leg, a right arm, a left leg, and a left arm. So just make sure that your figure's okay before you open them up. But for right now, that is it for the Greg Capullo Batman. As far as more details goes on, his cape kind of flares out here. Let me pause this and I'll be right back, and I'll show you a picture of Capullo. Okay, here is Greg Capullo's Batman issue number 0. As you can see, the face, I mean, really, they did a good job on this face. As far as, hold on. Let's do it this way, stupid. You can see that's definitely Capullo right there. They did a really good job with this face sculpt. So overall, I really like this figure. The look, and even if he just stands there and I don't pose him, I'll just pose him with a batarang. He stands fine. Don't have an issue there. So that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Yes, I would recommend this figure. Maybe if I had to improve one thing, I'd probably say the cape. I'll say two things. The cape, and maybe make his belt a little bit darker. It's a brighter yellow. Maybe make it a little bit like more gold. But that's about it. Other than that, he's a solid figure. Go out and grab one, but like I said, be careful. Check out your figure before you pull him out of the package. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and as always, I will see you guys on the flip side.